YouTube. So in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Haven't been able to hit up any trails or go on any adventures with the family as of late, so I figured that we can just talk Toyota. Specifically, we can talk about the Toyotas that me and my family have owned the past years, because it's an interesting. And for any future videos, if you guys have any recommendations, please leave a comment down below. If you guys want to talk about any specific Toyotas, anything like that. Me and my family, we love old Toyotas. We love old school JDM cars in general, but old Toyotas specifically, like, we're all about it. The first car I've owned was a 1982 Toyota Corolla TE72 wagon with a stock 3TC, and that was a fun car, man. You know, we slammed it on, I think, like a 2-inch rear lowering blocks, 886. I'm sorry, no, we used AW11 front struts that were cut. The struts themselves were cut so we can drop it a little bit lower. KYB shocks. We used AE86 SR5 springs that were cut, and KYB AGX shocks from a 88 Camaro in the rear. I think a lot of you old school guys will know all about that, you know, especially the AGX shocks being 8-way adjustable. You can, you know, adjust the dampening 8 ways on those KYB shocks. But so that was my first car. I owned a 1976 Corolla E5. The E5 was the 76 sedan, so that had a 2TC, you know, carbureted motor. And I don't know if a lot of people know about the T series engines, like the 3T and the 2T. Those were Toyota's version of Hemis, and a little 4-cylinder. I think what was the 2TC a 1.6 liter, and the 3TC was a 1.8 liter, and they were both, you know, supposedly. And I think there was an ad, like a poster out there back in the day about, you know, advertising as hemispherical cylinder and all that stuff. But those motors are fun, you know. I think my 82 Corolla had like a massive 75 horsepower, while the 76 2TC Corolla had I don't know, 70, something like that. It had, well, what wheels were on those? Some Panasport Mini or something like that. You know, the banana wheels, the 8-spoke wheels that a lot of old Filipino guys like to run on their old Toyotas. So there was that. After acquiring the 76 Corolla, my brother picked up his 92 Toyota MR2 Turbo. It was bone stock. I think my brother was the third owner at that point. But you know, 3S GTE Turbo, original 5-speed. I think it originally had like 90-something thousand miles. I can't remember. 92,000 miles. We messed around with that car a lot. My brother still has it till now, and I will be doing a video on that soon, because that build took years and it deserves to be addressed. But you know, initially we just did the basic BPU stuff, you know, bigger downpipe, bigger exhaust, manual boost control, and then we had to eliminate the boost fuel cut. I even forgot how we did that back then. I think we used like we had to block off the TVIS port or something like that. I forget. We had Megan Racing coilovers on it initially, and then I don't know where my brother went with it. He went to a different suspension like every year. He went through different wheels like every 6 months, and you know, I'll save the rest of that build for the video when I do find time to do that. But anyways, after the MR2 came the 1975 Toyota Celica GT, which you guys had seen in my previous video. you know, I don't really need to speak about that too much because all of it's pretty much in the previous video. I'll put a link to that. I need to do an update video on that car because my dad has been working really hard on it, and it's running better than ever. Paint has been done, interior has been reworked, a couple of other things, but my dad's been crazy about it. I think the quarantine has just got to him that much more. After the Celica came the 91 SC300 original 5-speed. We had that. That was right before I moved down to SoCal. But we had like a replica Vertex body kit on it. Nothing much. I mean, it was an original 5-speed. That car was fun. I had like 210,000 miles on it already. You know how SCs get? Like SCs, like people who own SCs just drive them constantly. Am I right? Like you. When can you ever find an SC300 or SC400 that's low mileage? Like hardly ever. Oh, I forgot. We also had we also came up on a 1986 Toyota Corolla GTS. That's right. It was a true 86 AE86 with a bar legal 4AGCE swap in there. So for everyone, that's the 1987 MR2 supercharged motor. Was swapped in there, and it was completely bar legal. The pulleys were, you know, and when you have it bar legal, you have to have it everything stock, right, to pass with the state reps. But I think the Tierney pulleys were installed, and it was pushing about like 8 pounds of boost. And that car went, man. That car was a completely strict drift car. That's why. And that's another reason why we had to let it go, because it's like you were going to kill yourself in that car every time. Had a Cause 2-way locking differential in there. Cusco suspension all around. Yeah, I don't even know what else. But basically, it's like if you slammed on the brakes too hard, I mean a little bit harder than normal, you'd lock the rear. Pop the clutch a little bit harder, you'd lock the rear. You over torque the throttle a little bit, and you were locking that differential, and you're sliding. You're always sliding in that car, which was fun, but it was also a death trap. Wait, funny story about the 86. I had the JDM Trueno front end, right, and that car was pretty low. It was pretty slammed, and my dad always hated how low that car was. And one day my brother and I came home, and we were pulling up to the driveway, and we see our dad with a reciprocating saw chopping off the front lip, and we were just screaming. We were like, "What are you doing?" You know, like he's just hacking it away. And he's like, "I don't like it. It's too low. And just cut the lip off." And we're like, that was an authentic JDM Trueno front end. Yeah, and he just chopped the front lip right off of it. And even he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what that was." Then after the SC300, I picked up a 1999 LS400. It was bone stock. I didn't do anything with it, you know. But you gotta love the LS400s, like that. Those years, like the LS, the 2099, 2001 LS400s, or the 03 and up, like LS430s, like those, man, those were really nice. So we had at that same time, my dad had a, I don't know what year it was, a 2003 GS 300, and then my brother at the same time had a 2003 IS 300. That was pretty cool. We just, all of us happened to have those 3 cars, Lexus's 3 popular sedans at the time. What else? Now I'm drawing a blank. So after the LS400, I actually I actually traded my brother for another IS300 that he traded our cousin for. It was our cousin's 03, I think 03 or 02, original 5-speed IS300 with like it was chipped and had that, I forgot what chip that was, but basically you had to pair it with that cold air intake, and Headers were installed, HKS exhaust was installed. So that car was fun for a while. So I had that from my brother, who traded I think it was a Mercedes or some BMW to my cousin, but he ended up getting my LS. I don't know how it went, but basically, yeah, we did like a three-way swap. So I had that IS for a while. I ended up selling that IS for something more reliable and that had better fuel economy, because I was driving to Hollywood at the time, coming from the Inland Empire, and it was like a 2.5 hour commute, you know, so it was crazy. So I ended up with a 2015 Toyota Prius. Hey, the Prius counts. Toyota Prius counts. Okay. I mean, there's nothing you can say about that. I mean, it's just a Prius. Anyways, from the Prius, I went to a 2018 Toyota Camry, which was whatever too. You know, I like the styling on the new Camrys. They went with that whole new TNGA platform, like their new platform that they're using, you know, whatever. But since I got the first model year, I think there's still a lot of kinks that had to be worked out on that Camry. Like, I know there was like a lot of wind noise coming from the rubber seals on the windows. The transmission, I hate the way the new transmissions shift. Like, I get it, they're MPG oriented, you know, so they're always trying to get in the highest gear right away to save gas. But it's like, when it's time to downshift or whatever, it's like it doesn't even know what gear to go in. It's always hunting for gears. It's like it'll downshift, and then it's like, oh wait, I gotta downshift some more, so it'll downshift while you're already on the gas after the initial downshift. Like, it's hard to explain, but I had to drive that thing in manual all the time just so I could drive normally. I guess it's the way I drive too, but you know, granted, look at the history of the cars I've had. You know, I do drive a certain way, I guess. And so when I got that Camry, I also had I also picked up the 9180 series as well, 91 Land Cruiser, and you obviously know that that's still with me. At the same time, my wife is driving a 2009, or I don't even know if it's 2009 or 2008 Lexus ES350. So we also have that, which is also, you know, nothing really to talk about with that. And then now we got rid of the Camry, the brand new Camry, for the 2013 GX460. So yeah, that's just a quick run through of all the Toyotas that my family and I have owned over the past couple of years. Like, we're obviously diehard Toyota fans. You know, I didn't even mention like the I think it was a 2001 or 99 4Runner that we owned, but that was before my brother and I were tinkering with cars ourselves. So but anyways, if you guys have any other recommendations on what we can talk about in these follow-up videos, I think I'll do a series where, you know, let's just talk Toyotas, and hopefully maybe I can get my brother on one of these videos one day, so we can, you know, just shoot the shit, or any other commenters want to bring up topics or something like that. Because yeah, during this whole stay-at-home quarantine thing, it's like, it's hard to do a lot, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, granted, yeah, we can get out, enjoy the outdoors, but it's like, okay, am I the only one noticing that everyone's enjoying the outdoors too? So you try to get out there for isolation, and then just so happens that there's other people trying to isolate too. So it just, you know, but also the busy schedule and all that. But if you guys have any other recommendations, I'd greatly appreciate it. I mean, this is just if this video killed any time for you and help pass the time for you in any way, please give it a like. Please subscribe, because I do have some content out there that I would like to share, and if you guys are subscribed, it really helps me out. So stay tuned, everyone. Thank you so much, and stay safe.